I forgot the ferret's name. It was like Bueller or something like that.
Because Ferret Bueller would be an awesome
Dude,
name for
I'm getting a ferret.
dude.
I'm naming it Bueller.
Want to give you a mullet update.
Oh,
So-
wait. Hold on. This just ended. This week's mullet
Yeah.
update.
And I figure I'll do this every couple of weeks, but it's coming in. And
Mullets.
make sure you put that at the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Can we have some lasers? Pull up the lasers.
Mullet alert. I was
Mullet
thinking more
alert.
like news broadcast, but I like DJ too.
Yeah.
No, but
no, it's like a off-brand news, like cable TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
for
Where
sure.
they do the local news.
Yeah.
But it's a DJ.
Yeah,
that does
that's
it.
sick. Like public access.
Yeah, public access.
that'd
Just
be
like
sick.
imagine just like Kitten on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Just like
oh yeah.
kitten dancing
yeah,
and there's lasers.
That'd be sick. He just got like a little fish in his
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
and it says "We're best friends."
yeah.
That's
and,
sick.
and like there's like a bunch of floating mullets.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course, because it's
Mullet update.
mullet time.
Yeah, mullet time,
That's
dude.
cool, dude. That's cool.
That could be a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Mullet time. Okay, so the mullet update.
Well, I was just gonna say that I'm still committed to it.
Okay.
Now
It's been a week.
Okay. I was gonna say we recorded last episode 2 days ago.
So it's been 2 days.
But it's been 2 days, dude, and I'm telling you, I think I got some growth coming in the back, dude.
That's what's up, man.
And I do plan on working out, and I'll have some growth coming out the back as well because I'm
Ayo.
doing squats. Get it? Which I did want to confirm. I was gonna do it before the pod, but I did want to confirm. Are we doing the gym membership?
Yeah.
'Cause- okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna do
So-
we're gonna do the gym membership.
Yeah.
It's just the way my bank account's set up.
All right,
I have
right,
a checkings and a
right,
savings.
right.
No, it's like,
Well, let me know.
give me
because-
no. I'm serious. I'm serious about it. Just
Yeah.
give me like a week or two.
Okay,
We just
cool.
got back from vacation.
I got you.
I wasn't
Now,
making any money.
There was a deal to avoid the fees.
Oh,
But
that's
now,
right.
But I mean, it
Wait,
might
when is
not-
the deal?
Oh, wait.
When is it?
It ends tomorrow. We can do it.
All right.
I'll pull out all my savings.
All right, dude. All right. Well, I'm gonna put it in too, so like it's gonna be there because we only gotta pay for the month.
Yeah.
And then no fees.
Yeah.
So if you can get $10 together, or $11.25,
We could do it.
You'll be fine.
Plus the fees.
Plus the $39.
Oh wait, no,
a year.
yeah. There's an annual fee.
Oh, I thought that was the fees you saved by
No,
signing
there's,
up.
We're
by-
skipping
there's
a-
fees on top of that.
We're
that you
skipping
don't
a
really
sign
pay.
up fee.
Gotcha.
So it is less money.
Yeah, it is by the way, gyms are a hustle,
They are a hustle.
but where else are you gonna get the machines?
Can you imagine
So-
owning a gym? That's like the most passive income you can make.
Yeah, especially around like January.
Yeah.
like,
Making bank.
Yeah.
I signed up for an experience gym once.
Right.
And I guarantee you I gave them like $2,000 in a year and I didn't go once.
He had a gym
I went
membership for
like
years.
3 times, but throughout the entire year
Right.
I was paying $20 a month. $22 a month.
Sure.
And I've only went
Yeah,
like
I mean,
3
like
times.
you're essentially paying obviously for the employees, but you're also paying for the wear and tear on the machines and stuff. But if
Yeah.
the machines aren't getting wear and tear,
right.
then they're just making
like I
bank,
guarantee you
know?
there's like at least 20% of the people never show up.
oh more than
And they're
that.
just okay, yeah, it's
Yeah, more
okay.
than
What's
that.
the percentage?
60% never show.
60%
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, because think about this. There's some people that make enough money where that $10 a month they don't even know this is going out.
Right.
That's like how many Netflix accounts are just taking out money,
Right.
and people that are well off or not even rich, but just
Yeah.
they just don't even realize that it's coming out.
Okay, but Netflix balances out because
Right.
how many accounts are opened
Right.
that are shared between
Sure,
25
sure,
different people
sure. Yep.
in a family?
No, so yeah, and actually, I think Netflix like 2 years ago was the first year they actually made a profit.
Wow.
they hadn't made a profit for the first like 20
Yeah, yeah,
years
yeah.
because that's
You know,
just-
Amazon's like that too.
Right, yeah.
Like Amazon, they don't make any profit.
I think
they just put
2020
everything.
was the first year they
Yeah.
made a profit, and Jeff Bezos became the richest person in the world, and
Yeah.
they're ruining our country. But I will order from them every single day. So
He's going to space.
that's the balance. Oh yeah, well he's been out of the atmosphere.
That's cool.
and
Hard
for-
flex.
for a billionaire. They consider that space.
Yeah.
they're like he's like I've been to space. I'm like
Yeah.
you've been on a really big. You just went on an airplane that went really high in the sky.
Yeah.
But also, would you? I know we had a conversation before about going to space, but would you realistically do the thing where they take you out of the atmosphere, or like they take you like into the atmosphere, or whatever it is, so you could do like
Yeah.
0 G's and stuff?
Oh,
I
do
think
that
that'd be sick
in a
dude.
heartbeat.
Have you seen those planes where they take you up and they
I
dive?
totally
Dive.
didn't, I didn't set up the camera for you,
That's okay.
so
I just want to talk
I
about
know,
it.
I know, I'm just saying.
They dive down and then you can float, and I want to.
Yeah. You ever seen those where they like go up and
Yeah.
then like
You could
do,
also
like,
just go
doing
to those
flips and stuff?
places that are like connected to strip malls and stuff that had the big fan. And
That's true.
You do like the same thing.
What was
but
that?
if you fall into a net.
Remember that one band that like they did the that viral video on treadmills?
Okay, go. Is
Okay,
that,
go.
Is that what they're called?
They did.
Yeah.
They constantly like every 4 years or something like that.
Right.
They do like a really cool like
Yeah.
big like music
Right.
video.
Yeah.
And they did one in one of those planes.
Oh, that's cool.
Where it was like going up and down.
Yeah, they're super creative. Their music wasn't good, which makes sense. They only did like one song every 4 years leading up to the
Yeah,
videos.
their
But
thing
the videos
was
were awesome.
we're gonna make the best music videos.
The problem is they were a little too early YouTube. Like now they'd
Yeah.
be massive viral, but back then
Yeah.
it was like, you know, they got
Well,
got some views, you know.
Right, they were viral for their day,
Yeah,
but it was like
They used to play those on MTV. That's how long ago that
Yeah,
was. That
that's
was like
right.
15, 20 years
Yeah.
ago, dude. Okay, go.
great. So-
I wish I knew. I can't remember any of their music, but I guess that's the point. I remember their videos. I
it's
just don't
fun.
remember
It's
their
just fun music.
Yeah.
But it's not impactful, right?
Right. No.
I mean, no disrespect. I mean, I'm sure they're great
No disrespect.
musicians.
I'm sure they say somebody's life once or twice or whatever, but
and I'm sure like I am nowhere near their level of making music. You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to say? But I can judge, right?
Well, you can definitely judge, and that's what our podcast is here to do.
You
is
just
to judge.
You just
people.
point fingers and you
But
judge people.
also, balance this. Okay, maybe you couldn't write better music than them,
right.
but we don't know that.
Okay,
That's
let's
one.
try it right now. Hold
Okay.
on. Yo, one time I was walking
Yeah.
and talking.
Yeah.
So it's probably
okay. Goes
okay.
good. They're
yeah.
good.
Okay. Good.
They're good.
Yeah. They're good. They're
Okay,
really
good.
Okay. Good. That's our
yeah,
band,
dude.
We drink
Yeah.
bang. We have mullets.
They were called Okay, Go.
Good.
Okay, good is what I meant
Yeah,
to say.
okay, good.
And then we could go. Now, I will say this: we could do creative pods. Now,
Okay.
we were talking before the show. We were hanging out, and we were saying that we blew it at Disney World.
Totally blew it.
Now
We dropped the ball.
It was a decision that we weren't gonna pod in the parks, right? We just kind of said
We wanted to enjoy the
right,
time. Yeah. Have a
And
good time.
maybe in the future we will. But then I realized we should have potted on the roller coasters.
Yeah.
That
Especially
would
the
have been-
second time?
dude. That would have been so much fun. They have been super short, a minute long,
Yeah.
minute and a half long, but
That's the most intense podcast
that's
you could
what
ever
I'm saying,
listen
dude.
to.
And what I'd like to do is that's when we should have tackled politics,
Yes.
religion, things like that.
World hunger.
Right.
How do we solve
right.
that?
That's because you got a minute, you're under stress, and the
Yeah.
truth is always going to come out. Dude, that's what they should do. Instead of lie detector tests, which have been proven to be wrong all the time,
Right.
they should put them on a roller coaster and then interview them.
Yeah.
Or interrogate them, I should say.
Yep.
And then just see if they tell the truth. I guarantee you, when your heart's pumping, it's going to
Yeah.
be hard to lie.
That's true.
You know, I was hard to lie to myself. Like,
Give them a few drinks.
yeah.
Put a gun to their head. Get out of the roller coaster with a person holding a gun to their head. That's a lot of pressure.
But now the drinks might relax them too much where they're like, this is a cool roller coaster, man.
Maybe.
This is awesome.
Depends.
But give them a bang or give them
Give them
something
a
like
bang.
that. Or just a lot of
Or just like heart medication
sugar
they shouldn't have.
straws, sugar strings.
Yeah.
Or with some other sugar candy. Just like super
Tons of sugar. Give them.
That's what I guess that's what I'm saying.
Give them diabetes
right. Right.
because it just
Right.
messes with their system.
Right.
That's
Yep.
science.
Yep. And then it's like they go on a roller coaster, you got to cut their leg off. It's
Yeah.
it's a mess. But I mean, hey, listen, our government's rich. They can do that.
Right.
They could afford.
We can
that.
make this happen.
Yeah, they can afford that. You know, for the people, by the people. We're paying for it.
If we could-
I'd be willing for my taxes to go straight to roller coaster interrogation.
If we can go to the moon and just plant a flag up there,
right.
just to plant a
Yep,
flag up
yep,
there,
Yep.
we can interrogate people on a roller coaster.
For sure.
Is that what we're saying?
Oh, that's what I assumed you were following 100%. And you
I was
are. Seems
following
like you are.
the whole time.
That is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of governments, okay, and I'll tie this in.
Okay.
But Anna and I decided to. So Anna's never watched Star Wars. Now, let me. Okay, so
take a breath.
She didn't grow up watching Star Wars.
Everybody.
She has watched all the new Star Wars since Force Awakens. So it's been like 5 movies.
Okay,
right?
so she has seen
She
some
has,
Star
but
Wars.
she hadn't, is what I mean, right?
Okay.
She didn't grow up watching.
She didn't grow up watching the
original,
the prequels.
the prequels, none of it. Okay, none of the TV shows, nothing. Okay, now I grew up obviously watching those. So but for Force Awakens, we went like on I think it was for like Christmas. The whole family went, so she obviously went. She liked it. She
Mm-hmm. That was
knows
her first-
nothing. Yeah,
was that her first
Force
one?
Awakens was the first Star Wars experience,
Okay.
right? Like she knows Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, the lightsabers, Princess Leia. That's it. I don't even know if she knew Han Solo, which is offensive.
Okay,
but-
that is offensive.
so she watched that one and she really liked it. So then we saw basically everything that's come out since, including the Star Wars stories, right? Now,
Right.
not the TV shows, but she's seen
Like
like
Rogue
Solo, Rogue One,
Yeah.
whatever, and she liked them all. So I keep telling her like, hey, we should watch the originals, and she never said like no, but she didn't seem excited. But then we went to Hollywood Studios, and she liked the Galaxy's Edge, seeing the Star Wars area, and then two, she liked how Ami, my oldest daughter, kind of got into Star Wars, the lightsabers and all that stuff.
They have stormtroopers walking around.
She's never seen it either, but she was excited about it. So we got home. I was like, let's do it. Let's watch it. And she was actually kind of pumped. Like, yeah, I think it'd be fun. Then I went through the whole thing of like, do we do it in release order or chronological order? So I came down to, after talking with her, like, let's go chronological. They say for the new person that because there's not as much, all the big reveals in the prequels only have weight if you have nostalgia watching the first one for your whole life, right?
That could definitely be true.
So we're like, let's watch in order. Plus, she's not the best at following along with the story. So watching in order would make the most sense, right? So we watched the first one. Now, here's my head. If she likes the first one, this is where government ties in, because the whole first one is literally about trade routes and the Senate.
Blockades.
All this stuff, right?
Making deals.
Yeah, so I was figuring, okay, if she likes this political drama of a movie, she's going to like them as they go forward, right? So she watched the first one. She loves it.
Did she say anything about what she loved about it?
No, not necessarily. I did. Here's the thing. I didn't want to ask her because if she said Jar Jar, that would have been a problem.
I love Jar Jar.
I love Jar Jar as a kid. If she liked it as an adult,
right? Okay,
that'd be in it. But she just said I liked it, so I was like, cool. We went into the second one immediately. We didn't plan.
Oh, I didn't know this.
We went right into the second one.
Wow.
We only got about halfway through because it got super late, right?
Okay.
So she watches the next night. We watched the second half of 2. I'm like, what do you think? How do you like it now? Now Anakin's a little older, and he's, him and Padme's relationship's growing. Like, what do you think, right? Obi-Wan has longer hair now, all this stuff, and she's into it. She's like, this is cool. I dig it, and we're talking about
Yoda is now CG.
Well, here's the thing: is in the version I have of Phantom Menace, it's the CG replacement.
Oh, okay.
They replaced the puppet in post with CG.
Yeah.
And I had to explain that to the whole... And then, then I had to take an hour to explain, like, oh, no, George Lucas go back and he changes the movies every couple of years. And Hermione's blonde, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of like a Kanye
true.
West album. He goes and changes. But, so anyways...
Which, by the way, we should do that to our podcast.
Just go back and change stuff?
Just change stuff.
Like anytime I said something was slightly offensive, I just go make it more offensive.
The Sully episode?
Yeah.
Completely change it.
Oh, yeah.
Like we should
we make it about Monsters, Inc., Sully?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, dude.
I like where you're going.
Okay.
I was thinking like recreate the movie.
Oh,
it's just like a bootleg of the movie.
Well, dude, probably by like the next year or two, we could probably do a full CG rendering of the pilot Sully.
We could definitely do
and
that.
Tom Hanks in the show.
I'm down with
like
that.
a deep fake or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway,
she's watching Attack of Clones.
She likes it. I explained to her what the clones are. I give her the hint that like that's kind of how the stormtroopers are created. Whatever. Right? Give her the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that they're not clones by the time we get to the originals.
Because the clones get phased out.
There's only a few clones left. They're part of the 501st. The whole deal, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I don't know if she cared, but I think she did. So then we get into the third one. Now the third one is like a fan favorite in the sense of out of the prequels.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, right.
I love Revenge of the Sith.
I didn't watch these in like years. I was pretty pumped. So we get to it, right? And Anakin's starting to get a little darker of a character, all this stuff. He wants to save Padme from, her
internal struggle.
Yeah, right. And she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And
he's holding on.
Right.
Yeah. He's holding on to life. He has fear. He's filled with fear of losing her.
So Palpatine is like, I could teach you the ways of the Sith to keep her alive. Right.
Yeah.
And then he kills Mace Windu. Rest in peace, Samuel L. Jackson, which is a big moment, right? And I think she felt it.
Which, by the way, it seems like canon, he didn't die.
Hey, listen. Like if Darth Maul can survive,
if Darth Maul could be cut in half,
Fett can survive.
Yep,
Mace Windu can survive.
He definitely survived.
Yeah, for sure. He only got electrocuted. I mean, he's missing a hand too.
Yeah, okay. He only got his hand cut off,
right?
And he was electrocuted.
Yeah,
but he's a master Jedi.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the most powerful Jedi.
Yeah, for sure. And we can get into that more.
Falling off a building, no big deal.
No problem. I guarantee you, another Jedi came, picked him up, took him out. Just like Obi-Wan did. Anyway, okay. Yeah. So now Mace Windu dies, and Anakin's about to give in to the Sith, right? And Palpatine, he basically right there, he converts to the dark side, and Palpatine gives him his new name. He said, "You're going to be known as Darth Vader."
Yeah.
And Anna, that whole time, had no idea that Anakin was Darth
No
Vader.
way.
So she went all 3 movies not realizing that he was going to become Darth Vader.
Are you serious?
The greatest way to experience.
Whoa.
So
That's insane.
It happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like that's cool the way they did it. I look at Anna, she's looking at me like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
Was
I
her
was
mind
like,
melting?
Oh, dude, my mind was melting. I'm like, I've never been able to experience those movies not knowing that he becomes Vader. So she thinks she's watching this thing about Anakin. She has no idea that it's Luke's dad. So she doesn't realize that Padme's pregnant with Luke and Leia. None of that.
Yeah.
And then after that moment, the movie speeds up like 10 times and
Right.
it starts like getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
And then obviously it ends with him as Vader. But I was like, I wish I could watch
that.
these movies without
Experience
knowing that
that.
he becomes Vader.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the coolest thing. I was just, the whole rest of the movie, I'm like, I can't believe you didn't. Not that you couldn't figure it out, which I'm like, girl, you couldn't figure it out. But not that she couldn't, but I'm like, that you already, and the thing is this, there were so many times I almost blew it, but I was like, I'm making an obvious statement about him becoming, because I would always be like, ooh, there's a little hint there. You know, even
Wow.
the first movie, like, ooh, he experienced a little, like, whatever, you know, he's going to miss his mom, whatever. And I never said anything, and I'm so glad because I would have ruined the big reveal.
That's crazy. What a
Now,
special thing.
Well, here's the thing is, you know, like when people saw the original Star Wars, you know, in the 3rd movie when he says, I'm your father, it was like the
craziest.
And none of us got to experience that because it was already like a meme.
culture.
Or, you know, it was like a huge part of pop culture in general. So she already knew that. That's spoiled. But
Right.
she didn't. She got to experience something that none of us got to experience, was that she didn't know that this little boy was going to become Darth Vader. Anyways,
Wait until
I
the
thought that
father
was-
scene.
What's that?
Wait until the father scene.
Well, she already knows that.
Oh, okay,
Because the classic line.
Yeah, that makes
I'm your
sense.
father, but she didn't know that. So now she got to. And then she got to replay it in her head, like, oh wait, that's Luke's dad, Anakin Skywalker. Like, it just never made sense.
Which,
to her.
by the way, is it Luke, I am your father, or
No.
I am your father?
It is in my heart. It'll always be Luke, I'm your father,
Right.
for sure.
'Cause that's what you say when
Yeah,
you.
but it's not even. It says he says something. I'm your father. It's just not Luke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like he's just responding to him and he's just like, I am your father.
Yeah, I did watch her face. I wanted to see her reaction at the end when he finds that Padme dies and he does the famous no. I wanted to see, and she laughed.
Yeah.
We laughed. She laughed out loud.
Yeah.
I knew
It's
it was
a-
coming. She didn't.
it's a little corny.
Okay, what does it say?
says
No,
no.
I am your father.
No, I am your father.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep. I think I get Luke, I am your father from Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Because remember he's talking into the
Yeah,
fan,
yeah, yeah.
and then he says, Luke,
That's
I am
what
your
it is.
father. Yeah, dude. That's where I got it from, at least.
And then Luke is just like, no, that's impossible. No.
You're doing actually way better than Mark Hamill.
I thought he did great. He was like spitting and stuff.
He's great in that, but it could have been done better. I will say this. Again, rewatching it, the original, the prequel, being older, the acting is some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. The only person, 2 people, the whole trilogy that make it watchable, besides the story, because the graphics are terrible too. They're way ahead of their time, like by
Well, that's the thing about the prequels is they contributed a lot.
Oh yeah, everything
to modern day movies.
right? And as you can see, that was the focus.
Yeah.
Even though now it looks like you could do that on a green screen in your house, but the Ewan McGregor who plays Obi-Wan is incredible. All 3
Amazing.
movies, and then Liam Neeson who plays Qui-Gon Jinn.
That's true.
He's amazing. Everybody else in that movie, including Natalie Portman, who's an amazing actress,
Well,
including
even,
Samuel Jackson,
I
who's
was gonna
amazing.
say-
They're all terrible. Oh, and Yoda kills it. Obviously, Frank Oz is Yoda.
Yeah,
He kills
definitely
it.
kills
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
What it is, maybe it's the writing. Even though the writing, it's the storytelling is genius.
Storytelling. The writing's terrible. The acting is bad. George Lucas is not a director. He's a visionary.
And I think it might also be the editing, maybe too, the pacing of stuff.
Possibly, but literally rewatch Revenge of the Sith like soon and just watch the acting.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while.
The problem is they're acting on a green screen.
That's what
with
it is, too.
nothing happening.
Yeah.
And it's it's the worst writing, worst acting. And I want to give the benefit of
That
the
might
doubt.
contribute to it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Being
yeah.
forced to act on a green screen, especially for actors that
people are
never
more,
experienced
they would say
that.
they're more used to it now. But there was a lot of it was bad acting. But Ewan McGregor wins all 3 movies. He's incredible. So anyways, I just want to give you that little tidbit and let people know that, hey,
that.
listen, Anakin becomes Vader. So sorry if anyone hasn't
Spoiler
seen it yet.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
I feel like I had that moment where I realized, because I watched the original movies so young, that I wasn't really following the story. So when I got older, I was like, what?
The problem is, I told Anna, I said, like, obviously they weren't even trying to hide it because if you remember the poster was Anakin and then his shadow was Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So like that was the poster for the movie. So it's
Yeah.
not they were trying to hide it, but
Dude, I love that.
yeah, man.
I love dramatic storytelling, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, I've been watching this stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
Well, like it's Star Wars and TikTok.
Right.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty on the same level.
Same level.
Yeah. Which actually kind of, watching the prequels, they kind of are on the same level. Yeah.
That's the insane part. The technology
Yeah.
that these apps are getting,
Right.
where, it's so easy to do green screen.
Well,
you
my
can cut
Zoom
in and lay in
calls
things.
when I can change the background looks
Yeah.
just as good
Just like
as
the
Revenge of the
prequels.
Sith.
Yeah.
I had an app years ago that like would make our car crash. Like,
Oh, yeah, I
whatever
remember
you're
that.
saying. So like that was like in
Introducing, like,
2012.
Being able to do something that's like CG.
Yeah.
But on a phone.
Right. For sure.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think here's what we should do. We should log me in to your TikTok for one day.
Okay.
And I just want to experience what
Yes.
you experience on
dude,
TikTok.
it's a ride.
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
wild
Yeah.
ride, dude.
Yeah.
The stuff you will see
Yeah.
might change your life.
Okay, dude.
Okay.
I'm into it, dude.
I
was, maybe you were too. I was on early TikTok. And I was very depressed at the things I saw on there.
Yeah.
Because TikTok
Oh, yeah.
was for, I'll just say it like this. TikTok was for people who didn't know how to use Instagram.
Right.
And it showed. And so I never got back on because of that. And then obviously it was like a lot of kids dancing.
Yeah.
And then now it's become like Vine was, where it's like a space for creative people.
TikTok came from Musical.ly.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so it evolved
yep.
from Musical.ly.
Yeah.
And Musical.ly was just about creating music videos.
Right, yep,
Right.
yep.
It was like doing music stuff, and
Yep.
that's where the dancing
Right.
comes
Yeah,
from.
Yep.
And
that's where dancing comes
That's where
from.
dancing comes
Okay,
from.
yeah,
from Musical.ly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, that's sick, dude. And like I said, I actually do want to experience, because if I jump on TikTok now, I'm going to have to weed through months of people dancing. But you've already curated something special.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm saying. I think
I don't get any dance videos.
Right. So I just want to spend one day in your shoes. And by that, I mean on your account, and just to see what you experience. Now, I want to tell you about a video that I saw.
Okay.
I don't have it to pull up, but I'm sure we could find it on YouTube in a second here. But I don't need the audio. I'll just play it. I was watching a commercial the other day, and it's a commercial I've seen for, I don't know, the last however many years. And I just realized something about the commercial. So it was a commercial for Dawn soap, like hand soap.
And this is something you've seen repeatedly.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah.
And then it just hit me one day. So Dawn soap, they do a whole commercial about soap, right? Washing your hands.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And then at the very end, they're like, here's something else we do. We can clean oil off of a duck,
Yeah.
a duckling.
Yeah.
And then they show it.
Right.
But clearly they dunk a baby duck in oil so they can film the commercial.
No.
No, 100%.
No.
It 100%.
That's not what it is.
Dude, 100%. Pull that up, Liv. Dawn commercial, and then look for just put Dawn commercial duck in oil. Now, when this commercial started airing 10 years ago, they got footage like some of this footage. They're making it look like it's on site, like it's on. We just found the duck, and we happen to have a whole camera crew here to film it.
Okay.
But no, dude, they dunked that duck in oil. Now, the original commercial years ago, it was like somebody's bootleg, like VHS camera catching a duck in oil and then washing it off. But ever since then, they recreate it. And I just want to know, is it worth it? Because if it's worth it, I'm cool with it.
You know what? You're convincing me. Because at first I was like, no, you have to know, like, that was like a huge thing.
Right.
There was oil spills.
Yeah.
And animals were being affected by it.
I get why they're doing it. But the problem
But now
is,
that you're saying it, like, they have this high, like,
yeah.
Like, they have this, like,
Yeah. And
HD footage.
And that oil spill was 15 years
perfectly
ago.
lit.
Yeah.
a
No.
little sus.
They're dunking ducks in oil.
Well, dude,
For the commercial, just to scrub them off.
it can't be.
I'm
insane.
telling you. Now, like I said, I am an animal lover, but I kill bugs. I don't care. I'll kill a bug.
Okay.
Right? I don't care about mouse traps. Right.
Right.
Like
they're a pestilence.
I'm trying to think, where do I start drawing the line? Is it ducks in oil for advertisement, or is it not? Do I go, maybe that duck is going to be eaten later? Is it worth it?
Is it not oil and it just looks like oil? Maybe it's just like a thick mud or something.
I give the benefit of the doubt, but they're still taking a baby duck, dunking him in some type of goo to sell more soap. And here's the question: is it selling more soap? I feel like soap these days are a standard. Like people are buying soap whether a duck is in oil or not. Yeah. And look at if you have 5 commercials, okay, one is a family, a biracial family, and they are outside playing in the sand, and they got to come in and they got to wash the sand off, and they use another brand of soap. Okay,
and they're foreign.
Right. Sure. No, they're American.
No, but like one of them is like the wife is like an immigrant.
Yeah, but see, I'm looking for more of a wholesome image. I think what you're describing is kind of like a mail order bride. That's
no. I'm playing into the idea of like
my family.
Yes,
my wife is a foreigner, and then okay, so it's my family.
There you go.
We're washing our hands because we were playing outside. That's one. Okay, the next one is the dog was rolling around in mud. He comes in the side. He's shaking everywhere. There's mud everywhere, and you use the soap to clean the walls. Okay, and then the third one is a baby duck drenched in oil, and they're using the soap to get it off. Don't you think that's the least? That's the one you go like, that's
like I'm not connected to a duck,
right? But they keep like it's weird after all these years. They're like, the thing is, their like mission statement is like, hey, we help humans, but we also help ducks. But by making that statement, they're dunking a duck in oil.
Realistically, without joking about it, I think it's like they're trying to appeal to a certain type of person.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And they want their brand to be attached to that.
Right.
Which realistically, what you're saying is that soap is soap.
I'm saying soap is soap, and I'm saying it actually conjures up darker images.
Yeah.
To me, of like there's animal cruelty, like PETA. So you'd think they'd be appealing to the PETA crowd,
right?
But PETA's probably, I bet you if you look at it, they're probably so angry at these commercials, because they're dunking them in oil.
They're dunking them in oil.
So I'm saying I think it's like hurting the brand. But what's weird is I've seen this commercial for 20 years.
Also, I think that a PETA person would be anti-soap. In a way, I think it'd be like, let's make organic soaps, like
definitely
that type of person.
Anti-deodorant for sure.
But
I've seen this commercial for 20 years, and I've never had that thought. And then the other day I was watching, and I'm like, I know I'm not the first person to think.
It's like they probably definitely staged that.
No, 100% that's staged. Yeah.
I'm still like waking up to it.
Yeah,
I'm still like, that's insane. If they did,
pull it up one more time, Liv. Watch the light. It's okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. This single shot of the duck with oil is a $15,000 shot.
At least.
So it didn't just happen. They weren't just waiting for a duck, and they got a crew just waiting at the beach, and they pull it off into like a little van. And no, this is like they were like, get the oil, and then like they bring the jug of oil.
All right, now put in the oil.
Okay. So you got Don. Are we showing it on the screen? Okay. So you got This is not this. Okay, there's a better one. Go to someone. There's one where it's
no. I think they go to it.
It's
in this one.
dunked in oil. Right. Just hit. There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
That is not just.
No, you're right. That shot right there is hey, get that duck in the puddle.
Hey, can we get duck number 3? The first 2 have died already.
Yeah. Seriously.
Look, and then they're just scrubbing that little
duck.
No,
you're right.
And the duck, they're trying to make the duck look happy. Oh, there's an otter.
I
didn't know, by the way, I didn't know there was an otter.
There's otters.
And my line was getting close to being hit when it came to a duck, but an otter in oil? No, I'm not buying Dawn ever again.
You know what it is?
Once I run out of the Dawn, I'm already using.
You know what soap I buy? The store brand. So not the name brand.
Sure.
The off brand.
Yeah.
Just buy that. It's the same thing.
Because I'll tell you this, they can't afford to get a bunch of ducks in a camera crew.
They don't even care.
You know they're not oiling them up.
No, they don't care.
I want to tell you the top comment is a bunch of crying emojis and says, the ducks are so cute.
Yeah.
Those are the people.
And so they're
people.
going after the dum-dums of society.
Yeah.
Wait, can I just read you the second one?
It's a ducky.
It says, this 30-second commercial made me bust out in tears.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
I'm almost there.
They're fooling them.
Dude, I saw the otter. Otter, by the way, if you've ever seen otters interact
They're
like at a zoo, they're one of the most precious animals.
They're the most adorable
on planet
thing
Earth. And
ever.
so I'm officially offended, and I want all of our fans to stop buying Dawn.
Stop buying Dawn.
Hashtag stop buying Dawn.
All right.
So, anyways, I just was thinking about that the other day.
And don't hang out with people named Dawn.
Wait.
Oh, I hate. No, yeah, exactly. All Dawns are dumb. Hey,
Unless you subscribe to the podcast.
Right. No,
You're
of
cool.
course that.
You're
Because then
cool.
you're smart. But I think any name. Listen, you'll never catch me waking up at dawn. I'm telling you right now, I'm boycotting that forever.
When is dawn?
Dawn is right when the sun comes up.
You do that like every day?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, but you slay it. Like
That's
you're
right.
slaying dawn.
That's
like
right.
You're not getting up just.
Yeah, you're right.
You're getting up. You're taking a cold shower. You're
I'm
getting in your
slaying
truck.
it.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
what I do.
Yeah, dude.
Where you say, Liv?
I was going to say the third comment is, it says, as a duck owner, this melts my heart.
Can you?
That's why.
Okay, hold on. But okay, that's a duck owner, but they're happy about this commercial. So that's a dumb duck owner. And also,
see it.
can you own a duck?
Yeah. Oh, I used to own ducks. My family used to own ducks.
What does that mean?
We
Like
had
you
two-
went and you bought a duck?
We had 2
Or
ducks.
did you capture a duck?
I don't know how we got it.
I
Farm.
think,
We got it from a farm, I think.
okay.
What
like,
was they named them Daisy and Donald?
of course. But I think you trapped a wild duck on your property.
Maybe. I don't know how we got them. We also had a ferret.
That makes sense.
it was
That's
a pink
pet.
ferret,
That's
yeah.
a pet. Oh, my other brother-in-law's friend has ferrets, and they don't even have a cage for them.
Yeah.
They let them run the house like
Yeah.
cats.
They're like cats.
But the problem is they burrow into all their furniture.
They definitely do that.
And you can't potty train them, and they only go to the bathroom in corners.
Right, they're
so
wild
they have to have a so they're not like cats, because cats can at least be potty trained.
Yeah.
But they put pee pads in every corner of your
Yeah.
house. Now, depending on the type of house you had, that could be a lot of corners.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. I wanted a ferret so bad as a kid, but my parents wouldn't let me
It's a wild
have
ride,
it
though.
wild. So that's the thing
You ever
with
seen
that.
like ferrets play? Like people who own ferrets?
Yeah.
And they get those like tubes. It's always a tube,
Yeah.
like a slinky tube.
Yeah.
And they like pull the tube and the ferrets are just like
right.
wiggling around.
That's a toy, I think, though.
No, it's like a tube. It's like a corrugated tube.
Okay. Because remember that you guys remember that toy as a kid? It was a ball with a fake ferret attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And
yeah,
you
that
turn
is
it
a
on
toy.
and it would roll around. I thought you thought, and then
Like, I thought that
and
was
then
a real-
For a second, I go, oh, did he think that was his pet ferret?
Yeah.
And it was just, and they're like, oh, Max, he's playing with that
Yeah,
toy.
I'm just
and
like,
you're like, hi, little fat.
I had a pet ferret.
yeah.
It
That's
was
sick.
real.
What happened? Did it die or?
Yeah, I got hit by a truck. So it ran out to the street. My dad saw it and he was like, "Oh, look!" I forgot the ferret's name. It was like
Bueller?
or something like that.
Because Ferret Bueller would be an awesome
Dude,
name for
I'm getting a ferret.
dude.
I'm naming it Bueller.
Because it's Ferret Bueller.
No, but
dude.
dad saw it run out to the street and he's like, "Oh, that's our ferret." And then the truck just like
Yeah.
pancaked it. And then
Yeah.
he told because we were kids, he told us
Yeah.
that the ferret moved down to the basement. And for
So
years,
not like moved out of town.
yeah,
or
yeah.
anything.
For like a long time, I would go down there looking for a ferret.
That's sad.
Like in the dark basement,
Yeah.
moving things around, terrified because it was a really scary basement. Just looking for my ferret,
Yeah, that's sad. By the way, that could be a great book. Looking for my ferret.
looking for my ferret, or a band name.
Yes, that could be your autobiography.
Yeah,
Looking for my ferret, the Max Castro story.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's all about your traumatizing childhood of playing under porches and
yeah.
stuff like that.
I'm gonna get a ferret tattoo,
Oh yeah, dude.
dude.
With going through a whole tunnel and do the whole tunnel down your arm
Yeah.
with a ferret inside.
I don't have any tattoos, but I plan on getting tattoos in my 30s.
And how old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, dude, wait till you get in your 30s. They hurt.
They hurt.
They hurt in your
Oh,
30s.
okay. Here's this. I tattooed myself once with no ink.
Oh, yeah.
I was in a basement hanging out.
So it's like pain with no payoff.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to experience. I didn't want a tattoo.
Sure,
Because I didn't
sure,
want permanent ink on myself.
Sure.
We were teenagers.
Yeah.
Right. And like everybody was like tattooing themselves.
Yep.
Right. Sketchy situation.
Of course.
Don't do this. Not smart.
Yeah.
Not a smart thing to do.
No.
But I knew for a fact, at least I was like wise enough. I'm like, I don't want a tattoo in this situation.
Right.
Because whatever I tattoo myself with is going to be there forever.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But I remember I was like, I kind of want to feel like what it feels like.
Sure.
So I took a tattoo and I put like a triangle on my arm or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like I did it a few times.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it
like
burned.
you did the most dangerous part, which was like, let me take this probably
No
used
payoff.
needle.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
just jab it in my arm, and now I have no memory.
no
of it.
payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't get mine until my first one until I was 18. I got this red one here.
But there is something about I'd imagine what's more painful, a fill or a line?
A line.
A line. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
for
basically gave myself
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
few
Because it's less amount of needles,
Right.
So the
Just more
surface
pressure.
is not yeah. And but I'll tell you this though: the older I get, the more and more they hurt.
Okay.
Like my last couple, being in
Yeah.
my 30s now, have been some of the most painful tattoos. Like actually, except for my hand, I got this when my daughter was born, so like 3 years ago. That one wasn't bad, but this thing I got on my chest. That sucked so bad. And then what's weird is there's random spots that hurt. Like for instance, like when my wrist hurt really bad.
Yeah.
Even though like people get that all the time with no
Right.
problem. But then the divot in here, I could do that all day long.
So
And some people
I'd picture this being really painful.
some people said they can't do it, but that was no problem. I got my elbow tattooed. A lot of people can't do the elbow. Elbow was fine for
Yeah.
me. But then like the top of my shoulder blade was like some of the most excruciating pain I've ever had.
It's got to be nerves. Where your
Yeah.
nerves placed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Nerves and nerds.
And
nerds
nerds.
can't handle the pain. of
That's right.
tattoos,
If you're
I will
a
say that.
nerd.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I say this. I say right now we decide your first tattoo. Ready?
Okay.
It's gonna be
A-
a ferret
Ferret,
driving a truck.
pink ferret driving a truck.
That'd be sick, dude.
That'd be sick. I just
That'd be
drink a
so-
bunch of Bang.
Yeah.
And then like that's like Bang energy, man.
Well, yeah. You want your heart racing when you get a tattoo, for sure,
Dude,
You
by
want-
the way, okay. So I drank my first Bang
Right.
2 days ago.
Yep.
First like last
Yeah,
week's
yep,
podcast.
Yep.
And it got me interested. Like we were talking about Bang energy.
Right,
Right. Like what
right.
is and I was thinking like what is the spirit of Bang?
Right.
And dude, have you ever seen the CEO of Bang?
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
He's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like okay, let me, I got some
plan on
videos
getting
here.
a professional picture of him in my house in the future, but
I forgot his name. It's like Jack Ozak or something like that.
yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But this dude walks around. He has like this really cheesy, like really cool suit.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
and then like a clashing pattern
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Right. With like this like real pointy collar.
Right.
All the time. Different shirts.
Oh,
different
yeah, yeah,
combinations.
yeah, yeah.
And then he has this huge like gold chain.
Yeah.
With the Bang symbol.
Yeah.
Right there with diamonds inside of it.
of
Right?
course.
Always a hat.
Oh yeah.
Always a hat, and it's always backwards. So he's just walking
Why
around
would
like
it be
this.
forward?
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool.
Nah, dude.
Right?
It's never cool to wear your hat forward. No offense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think I'm gonna start transforming myself.
100%.
I'm getting a mullet.
100%.
Right? I'm gonna get a mullet with you, a
Okay.
reverse mullet,
Okay.
or an anti-mullet.
Right, which we established is a hairstyle.
Right.
It's a hairdo.
Yeah, it's a hairdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing a hair don't.
So play the video of him playing the drums. This is the type of energy I
sick,
want.
dude.
Look, this guy's living life right here.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Look at that.
What I like about it is
He
What
took
else?
his suit jacket off.
we have to. What I like about it is his face is full of intensity, but his body's giving the least amount of energy
Yeah,
possible.
that's right.
And that is cool.
I started watching a compilation of like commercials
Yeah.
that he's in.
Yeah.
Because he's in all of them.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
And he was playing the drums. So it must be like his thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He plays
and you
the
can
drums.
see he's
He's really good at it.
Yeah, he's amazing, dude.
Play the next video. This
Now,
is
he's
the time.
doing Blue Man Group, by the
Dude,
way.
he
that's,
is.
That's
That's
I
it.
think that's his audition for. Actually, listen, when you're the CEO of Bang, you don't audition for anything.
Yeah.
You just join, but
call the Blue Man
Yeah.
Group. They come have fun with you.
oh yeah. And
You host the jam
And here's the
session.
thing is, they slam Blue Raz.
That's right, Blue Raz.
Yeah.
And that's how you become blue.
By the way, I did try Purple Haze for the first time, and I told you before the show, it tastes like a corn tortilla.
That's
So,
interesting. That's amazing. That's
And I
great.
don't like it, but I
Okay, so we're joining a band. We're joining a gym,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You're getting a mullet.
Oh, for sure.
I'm getting tattoos.
Yep.
My hat's backwards.
Yeah.
This is the type.
Welcome to our 30s, baby.
yeah. This is the type of energy we're gonna
Okay,
have.
perfect.
Right here.
Hey friends, just inviting you to vibe with Vooz. It's the all-new hydration sensation.
Now, this man is
I'm in the
60 years
middle of
old.
training Right now, I feel great, but this is a drink you drink all day.
And he looks like a bro.
Remember,
Like on a- like-
dude.
like a college campus.
Hat cocked to the side, got the basketball shorts on. He's sick, dude.
He's sick. He's living the life.
I wish I had that body right now, let alone at
Honestly.
60, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
But watch his face right here.
Vooz.
This is it. That's it. That last frame. That's what
here,
I
cut to
want.
my camera. Ready?
Beautiful.
How was it?
That was perfect.
Close.
That was close. If you for the audio listeners, what Nick just did was art.
Yeah.
You have to watch it.
Yeah. If you're just listening at this point, you're crazy.
Do you even drink Bang?
Do you even drink Bang? Now listen, I will say this about him. He gets me excited. Like when I see him, I see the potential that I have not unlocked in myself yet.
Right.
And I got 30 years. I
He's
got
60.
time. I got 30 years to get on his level.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a couple things. Gym life.
Gym life.
I definitely need to get new hats. Like I
Yeah,
guess I'm a
you
hat
need
game up.
hats.
Your hat's very close.
Yeah.
And then it's bang every day.
Bang
And
every
there's some days I don't bang. And guess what? I can't have his body, his attitude, his money.
That's right.
I can't have it unless I bang every day.
That's right.
And so I think that's the future of Nick Pruitt.
Now I think he wears a hat because actually his hair is like amazing because like the whole top of his head is very bald, like it's very thinning.
Okay, I would assume that. But what about the drum video? Play
Well,
the
it was
drum-
very dark.
play the okay. We won't do the audio, but just play the drum video.
Yeah.
You're possibly totally right. Can you pinch and zoom into that hair, Liv?
No.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Now the angle where you're at, right? You're seeing
Right,
a down
right,
shot, but
right.
every other shot is kind of like higher and it's well lit,
Yeah.
and you can see his entire sculpt.
Now look at the intensity of that face.
Look at that face, dude. He's not even trying though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's effortless.
You're right about the hair. What I am getting is this. His face says, I'm fully invested into the drums, and his body says, hey, listen, we're surfing tomorrow, baby.
We're surfing.
Don't wear yourself out.
Yeah.
It's just drums.
Yeah.
But drums bring life into people. Drums bring happiness to people. So we're gonna provide the drums without burning ourselves out.
That's right.
Hashtag bang. You're right about the hair. I'm hoping that here's the deal. Gym, hats, bang every day.
Yep.
And I keep my good hair, I could be the CEO of my own energy drink company and make more money
That's what I'm talking about.
than Mr. Bang.
That's what we're
because
doing here.
That's the only downside he has. Now, because he has bad hair, it does provide the opportunity for great hats. I guess it balances out.
That's true.
Yeah. Because if I wore hats all the time, they'd be like, Nick, you have great hair. Stop wearing that hats. But for him, they're like, dude, those hats,
No.
you look good with those hats.
That's what the mullet's for.
right.
You don't need a cool hat if you have a mullet.
I got a mullet, yeah. Which I honestly, I'm thinking that the super creatines is helping the hair grow faster.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which I do need to get faded up, but
Yeah.
the back feels like it's growing out a lot.
Dude,
So,
I believe it.
dude, I was watching Small Soldiers. Remember Small
Oh
Soldiers?
yeah, really great movie.
It's
As a kid,
incredible.
watching it.
So here's the deal: is that I watched the first few minutes of it, and then I stopped it because I thought, hold on, I need to. My kids running around. I need to watch it when my kids aren't as like crazy.
Which I'm pretty sure they did that whole thing stop motion, right? Like the figures themselves were stop motion.
I don't know. There just seems to be some computer graphics for sure.
Okay,
in
there
that movie.
has to
They're like
be.
some CG.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, they are predicting the future in that movie.
No way.
Because-
I haven't seen it in years.
So it could get wonky, but the first few minutes, right? They have this idea for this toy. They go to the CEO, right? He hates the toys.
Oh, yeah, there's
like-
a chip, right?
Right. But then they 3D print the toys
No way, dude.
in the 90s.
No way.
They predicted 3D printers.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching them. They didn't get it perfect, but they're literally it looks pretty close. Like 90% of like what our 3D printers look like now. They 3D print every single toy.
Yeah.
They put the chip inside of it. And then I was thinking like, dude, how did this movie that, people love, but it's not like iconic, they perfectly predicted how toys are going to be made in the future. Because all of our models now for toys are 3D printed and they're molded and
Yeah.
cast or whatever. But
You start off 3D printing.
right.
That's the way
so
to do
then I
it.
thought, hold on, I need to finish this movie because what if the rest of the movie predicts the future?
What if there's a hidden code in there?
That's what I was thinking. So my challenge is to you was I wanted to throw it out there.
Okay.
And maybe over the next maybe in the next few weeks, watch it.
Take
I'll
notes.
also watch it, and we'll compare our notes. And we'll
Okay.
see how accurate now it's not set in the future, but how accurate did they predict some of the new toys, new features, new
Right.
apps? Who knows?
Right.
I haven't seen it so long.
Well, it was predicting AI.
That's what I'm saying. AI, 3D printing. That's 2 for 2, baby.
That's 2 for
so
2.
I was thinking that's just a challenge that I want to throw out to you to rewatch Small Soldiers, take some notes, in between your job and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
come back and we'll compare our notes.
All right, man, I'm down.
And I also want to, which we'll talk about this in the future. I also want us to watch all the Ernest separately.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
then
have to
bring
do
our
that.
notes to do that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, we have to do
Every
that.
time I look at like my notes and ideas, so I want to talk about the show, it's big capital letters,
Ernest
at the top.
Why does Ernest always look like sweaty?
Well, I think he's just I think the actor, which I just lost his name. I think he was a greasy guy.
That's what it is.
was
It's not
greasy.
sweaty, it's
No,
greasy.
Greasy, yeah.
Definitely he was
And I think
greasy.
that was, I don't think they wanted the character to be greasy, but I think they were like, we can't get enough foundation on him.
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
keeps getting greasy.
Just greasy.
Kind of like those ducks.
Maybe they needed Dawn.
Okay, so he needed Don. What's the actor's name, man? I just lost it. I don't know why I'm asking.
That's what they should have did. Instead of ducks, like putting ducks in oil, just find a greasy person and actually clean them up.
Right, which I'm not going to lie, I can get kind of greasy.
Sometimes
I can get...
I can get greasy.
Okay.
Is what I was going
All
to
right,
say.
all right. 'Cause that was like very offensive.
Yeah, very offensive.
Very offensive.
I realized you thought I was talking about you.
Yeah.
And I was like, sometimes I can. Get
Yeah.
greasy.
So anyways,
I think we all get greasy in some way or another.
right, and sometimes we get greasy.
Greasy.
You know what I'm saying? Some people get greasy, and some people get greasy.
What?
Yeah, dude. And I don't know if you know what that means, but it means something cool. I
know
also
what it
have a
means.
quick segment called
Nick's Picks.
that I wanted to show you real quick. So I'm I'm not much of a reader. I do like audiobooks,
Okay.
things like that, but I don't read a lot. But I told myself to read a book.
All right.
And it took me, I do want to say this. I finally finished a book. 'Cause I've started many.
Dude,
But I don't typically
congrats.
finish a book. I finally finished one. It took me a very long time, and it's a very short book.
Well, you did it.
But I did it. And that book is the George Orwell classic Animal Farm.
That's a good book.
So I knew the synopsis of it.
Right.
I've heard the lines, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna actually read it for myself. It's not even like a book; it's a novella. Like it's a short story.
Right.
But it took me a while to get through it because I wanted to really get it. But anyways, if anyone's looking to start reading,
Yeah.
read this. It's very poignant to right now.
Right.
It was George Orwell's take on Stalinism and what was happening. He wrote this during World War II. And it's essentially about a farm. These animals, they started rebelling because they're feeling like they're mistreated by the farmer. So they send they kick all the humans off the farm. They begin to just take care of the farm themselves. There's a lot of stories on how that takes place. Eventually, they set up these rules for themselves, and eventually they're all equal.
Yeah.
But then a hierarchy starts. The pigs begin to get very smart. The pigs take over. It goes into a dictatorship.
Yep.
Then they become worse than the farmer. The pigs do.
Animals are dying left and right.
Animals dying left and right.
living a hard
And-
life.
Right. And what they keep changing the rules, which is very poignant to what's happening right now. Certain
And-
words they couldn't say, now they can say, and certain words they can't say before. now they
class of
could
rules
say.
as well.
No, exactly. So anyways, Animal Farm is great. It's like a kid's story. Not for kids, but it's like a kid's story about kind of like the rise and falls of like dictatorships, the Stalinism, everything. And again, it's like kind of describing what's happening right now. So, anyways, obviously George Orwell he's an innovator when it comes to being a futurist in 1984
Yeah.
and all those books. But Animal Farm is great.
There are not that many books that I've read in my life,
Yeah,
but that is one of them.
Yeah.
And
It's-
because we had to read it in school.
sure. Yeah. It is great. So everybody check out. That's the Nick's Pick. Read Animal Farm. It's great. I got this for I got this at like a thrift store, but you can get like this version of it on Amazon for like $5. Like it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Everybody should read it. And then I don't plan on reading 1984. I've read all the synopsis. I've seen the movie.
I've read that one too.
Right. It's a little harder to read. I know I won't. Now I will listen to the audiobook.
You know,
but
no,
I
you know what
won't
you need
read
to
it.
do? Watch the movie.
That's what I just said I did.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. No, the movie's great. Yeah, the movie's and it came out in 1984, which is a little amazing trope.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I think it's not to get into politics or anything, but obviously 1984 is very akin to what's happening right now with thought crimes and speech and all
Censorship.
that stuff. Yeah, and to see how accurate he got it is
And also-
wild in the 30s and 40s.
Using culture and technology to
Yeah.
control people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Which he predicted before technology even like a thing. So George Orwell he's obviously an amazing writer. But the last thing I want to bring up was George Orwell, innovator. We were just at Disney, innovator.
Bang.
Kanye West is coming out with a new album, innovator. The CEO of Bang, one of the greatest innovators of our generation.
Of all time.
How many people do you think had an idea and then passed on the idea because they thought it was dumb, and then the idea somebody else gets the idea and it becomes massive.
Like countless.
This stems from a joke that we made when we were in Florida about the guy who had the idea for sunglasses
Oh yeah, that's right.
and then just thought that'll never catch on.
Yeah, that's a dumb idea.
Somebody at one point thought, man, if I could just put shades on my glasses,
Right.
that would help. And then they did it. They tried it. They were like, oh, this works really good, but nobody will buy this. They just passed an idea.
Yeah.
And I thought,
The sun is a thing.
Yeah.
But you could just squint your eyes.
yeah, of course.
That's
of
what-
course.
it's
You
free.
you
Squinting your eyes
or
is
just-
free.
And get a hat.
Yeah.
Or like a sun hat or something like that.
And like bottled water.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Like people thought that was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Like why would you bottle water and sell it
Yeah.
when water's free?
Now, have you ever, I love Shark Tank. Have you ever had an idea and then you just kind of like pass on it and then it becomes a big idea? Because I've had some of those before.
Yeah.
Where I think about
I have
something.
one like every day.
What's today's?
Today's is a fart filter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it goes in your boxers?
Yeah.
Or
that
on the
is
jeans?
a thing. They sell that.
Great.
Oh,
See?
great. See? I thought about that.
I think the
And then they
thing
made
is
it.
you got to think 10 steps ahead.
10 steps ahead.
The future, what is the future of fart filters? It's
Right.
got to be an app.
Okay.
For
How about
sure.
this? A chip that tells you when you're going to fart.
Oh, so you can like run,
Yeah.
get into a corner.
Yeah.
That's
or
genius.
run
dude.
and use it. It's like,
use a fart.
I can tell. It's
I've
like,
never heard someone describe a fart as using
Yeah,
it.
use a fart,
you guys
right?
do
Okay.
use it.
Yeah,
but
use
you
farts.
could use it. Like you walk past somebody you don't like.
Yeah, you fart.
could time it
or
and use it.
You want to break the tension in a room, fart.
I've never done that, but I have had the tension broke by somebody else doing that, and it's funny.
Okay, what if there was a chip that, okay, now I'm thinking about the technology. If you're
Right.
able to predict a fart,
Yeah.
what if you had a chip that can help you control your farts? Almost like controlling the weather.
Right. So like volume up, volume down.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you want it to be silent.
Right, sometimes
but
you want
sometimes
silent.
you want it to be that.
You want to rip.
It's boys' night.
Yeah.
And you guys are playing video games. I've never done this, but you guys are playing video games. You guys got some Zaz. Crank
Yeah.
it up to 11, right? And then you hit go. And
Just
then you
go.
just wait and your
Yeah.
stomach rumbles and then like.
Yeah.
just
Which, by
massive
the
fart.
way, my new favorite album is a fart album.
Oh, yeah.
And while we were driving around in Florida,
Yeah.
I had the aux cord.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
I was the DJ.
Yep.
And that normally never happens because I don't like to DJ.
Sure.
But I did fall in love with placing fart tracks between each song.
Yeah, and it was at first I didn't know how you were doing it because it did seem like magic. I'm like, wait, did he make a playlist
Yeah.
and stagger the songs? But you actually had two dueling playlists.
Yeah, I had two dueling playlists.
And it was, well, here's the thing that was insane. And this was out of your control. But every fart set up the next song perfectly. It was a matching
Whoa.
fart to the song.
That's magical.
Yeah, dude.
So
And
like
the timing of it was good.
just think about your favorite song. Like start singing your favorite song.
Dirty pop, then can't stop in sync.
Yeah.
Dirty pop, and then can't fade out. Then you got to realize what we do is not a trend.
Yeah.
We got the different melodies, we're gonna break to the end. It doesn't matter about the clothes I wear and the ice around my neck. It doesn't matter. It does about respect.
And that plays.
Dude, that fits perfectly,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And like what's great is like they're so fast, it just started playing all of them.
Right,
But I was able to
right.
place them
In between.
each song. And then it was just one little
Right.
Right?
It was perfectly.
It was perfect.
It was perfectly curated.
Yeah.
And that did sound like a disaster from our perspective here
because it
was
just kept going.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just go to this whole album because
Yeah.
it does have songs.
Sure. Oh.
I noticed that like there's 40 tracks. Okay.
And they're not 40 farts.
5 of them are songs.
Whoa, about farts?
I don't know, but they have fart titles. So this one that just started playing is
Yeah,
called
yeah.
"Love Is in the Air" fart song.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's the worst fart title I've ever heard.
So yeah, I'll do this.
I
right
thought there were
here.
gonna be puns. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
well,
one.
some of them are like
Okay,
this
what's
one's
the next one?
"Blowing in the Wind."
Okay, that's
That's a
pun.
good one.
That's a good one.
In the air tonight, I could feel it. So that's like farts are in the air.
Right. Now these
Okay.
are famous songs.
Yeah, it's like mashing up a couple different songs.
Fart from the inside out. Eat, love, fart.
Okay.
All right, so sometimes I'll just do this. Like I'll just play it.
Yeah.
And then a song will start playing.
That's sick, dude.
And then you let the song play.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it just
yeah.
continues.
Who's the artist?
I don't know.
Is it a playlist or an album?
It's an album.
Whoa, dude. That's tight.
It's just called fart sounds.
Everybody,
Farts,
hey, listen.
fart sounds and fart songs.
It's on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you can find music. Get fart sounds.
Yeah.
Dude, that's super cool, which I will be downloading the album for sure.
So we're talking about innovating, right? How do we get to farts?
Well,
Oh
does
yeah,
it
fart
matter?
chips.
Oh,
okay, yeah. So imagine if you had a fart chip that can help
By the
control.
way, I'm going to start a chip company called Fart Chips.
Fart Chips.
And they're going to be chips that have some kind of chemical reaction that gets you fired. That's never been done before, dude.
That's never been done
innovation.
before. There you go.
That's innovation,
Man.
dude.
That can be done.
You know what? We should do food innovation.
We should.
That's a market that's untapped.
All right,
My brother-in-law has done time before, and he would make snacks in jail. And
and you gotta get creative.
He tells me about them, and they sound delicious. And I've pitched to him that I can't give him any money for it, but I pitched him just the idea as an idea man.
You're the idea man.
That he needs to start a food truck that's just jail food.
Dude.
Because the market's there, and the sole fact that you want to take a picture with it,
Jail food.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Call it
it's,
jail food.
It's jail tamales.
Yeah.
They make like jail cake.
Yeah.
You know, which is like I think it's like toilet paper and whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyways, I told him that, and I was thinking like that is where I'm my most creative. Food products.
Okay, what if you take the concepts of jail food?
Yeah.
Right, this is for the food truck.
Yeah.
You take the concepts of jail food, but then you elevate it and make it like a 5-star experience.
Okay, but here's the thing: is then it's just regular food.
No, but you take the concepts of them and then you
Well, the concepts are regular food. It's
right, but I'm saying like, you use the best ingredients.
right. So you're just talking about food.
It's normal food.
No, but there's techniques that they have.
But the reason techniques exist is because they can't get their hands on the ingredients.
Okay.
So they're making a taco.
Right.
But they can only, what they have to do is they have to crush up the Doritos. They have to mix it in water to make the tortilla.
Right.
Right? That's the part that people would want to eat.
Right.
Otherwise, they could just get a tortilla.
Right.
But you go to the jail place because you get like guys that are actually crushing up to order. They crush up the Doritos, they soak them in milk or whatever they do, and they put them, they fry them, and now you're eating. Because I know where you're going with it,
Right.
But you were describing food, but I get it,
No, yeah. I was just thinking of like ways to like make it bougie.
right?
Take jail food,
Right.
make it bougie.
Right, which would be, again, it would be food.
Yeah. No, but I know the process. Like the process of making the tortilla is taking
Right.
chips. You keep that.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But you get like $1,000 chips from Italy,
Oh, sure.
and then you and then you do the process of making the tortilla out of chips.
Right. Okay. I get
know.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That's what I was trying to say.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a moneymaker. And maybe you're the true innovator. We should start dueling companies.
Dueling companies.
And we'll see. Now my overhead's gonna be a lot lower, but you can charge a lot more for yours.
That's right.
So we'll see. We'll see who wins out. in
So
that.
yours would be called what? Jail food.
Oh, that's
Should
a
call
working.
it
That's
the
a working.
clinker.
That's a working
And
title.
it's two
Yeah, working
glasses
title.
clinking
No.
together.
Clinker.
That could be what his is, the
clinker.
fancy one.
Maybe.
I think I call mine. Get down.
Oh, I know what I
Just
call
get
mine.
down. It's a raid.
Dude, Get Down. That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good name. It's
Yeah.
catchy.
Yeah,
I know what I
dude.
call mine. White collar crime.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's
Because it's
cool.
like bougie.
Yeah.
Imagine a billionaire who's in jail making
Yeah.
jail food.
Yeah.
He's importing $1,000 chips.
That's like Goodfellas when they get like all their groceries like
Yeah.
in the jail and they're like living in a penthouse.
They're eating lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do jail if it was like that. Just me and my bros
That
eating
sounds
pasta.
fun. Just working out.
Me and my bros eating pasta in a penthouse like Goodfellas style.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, nah. I don't
Controlling things from the inside.
think- Oh yeah.
You get the respect.
I would definitely, if I was in jail, I'd be definitely controlling stuff from the inside. I'd have to start stuff, but I would control
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'd be like, Max, say this on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because you'd still be podcasting.
Right,
and
right,
I'd
right.
be on the phone
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Which, by the way, like, yeah, you'd have like, we could just zoom you in.
These days, yeah.
Yeah,
you're
these
right.
days.
Like I could.
I see people in
FaceTime.
jail like having TikTok accounts.
Okay, that's the algorithm I want.
That's what you want, dude.
That's what I'm
People
signing
in jail
up
are
for.
making TikToks, bro.
Are they dancing?
No, they're just
I've
like
seen-
fighting and
I've seen
stuff.
dancing. I've
Yeah,
seen people
dancing.
in
They're
jail
definitely dancing.
Yeah.
They're just having fun.
That's like
Being
what was
funny.
that country where they made everybody do like a big dance? What was the group dances
North
called back in the
Korea?
day?
North Korea.
No, they
I
have
was
to.
gonna
They work. They break rocks.
China?
What was it called when you go to a mall and start dancing?
Oh,
Flash mob.
yeah, flash
Yeah,
mob.
you guys ever seen when they do that in prison? They make people do flash mobs in prison.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
It's sad.
Yeah, it is
It's
sad.
sad because they got no option.
Dance for your freedom.
Yeah, and then you're like, just kidding, you're not free.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dance for good behavior.
Yeah, you might get an extra cookie tonight.
Yeah.
That's sad. Well, listen, that's a great way to end the show.
That is a great way to start the show. On a sad note.
Here's a recommendation from Bros and Brothers. Don't go to jail.
And here's another recommendation. Always end on a sad note.
Oh yeah, because then you're gonna want more because the beginnings are funny.
Right.
So next week you're gonna be sad for 7 days.
Yeah.
But then you'll be happy again next Monday when the new episode.
So here's what I
comes
need
out.
you to do. When we end right now, just put like 3 seconds of a duck in oil so we can pull on those hearts.
Okay. Ready?
Perfect.